Zerggy's playing the Vord then. Right here is one of those weird situations, right? Where what's gonna happen is they're trying to set up a little bit of a freeze, so they're not like actively killing a lot of stuff. So these people, like instead of going for boxes, Zergy and Listic are forced to stay in lane. And because of this, they just kind of have to stay close, make sure that they get the minion wave. Otherwise, they're just gonna lose out. So they have to try and push this into the Guardian so it breaks the freeze. But they're getting zoned off. Like they immediately recognize that they're trying to play for the souls, and they just engage on them. This is really well played. Takes a lot of damage, and he's missing a lot of the wave. You can see it with Hoot. So Hoot and Zergy like are quite like separated in econ now already. Zergy's in a really rough position. Yeah, he's completely forced to reset. And now because of that whole sequence, he's kind of forced to play pretty passive and back. So he's just kind of trying to clear the wave, make sure to set up his own freeze. So he's able to just play safe. Which, in the end, fails. So he just has to clear the wave. He'll probably end up buying, like, extra regen or something. Okay, you got the opening rounds. This is a lot of damage. Now you can kind of trade back a little bit. I will say, though, I do expect some sort of defensive item next. If he doesn't, he's being really greedy. Yeah, there you go. The extra regen. This will help him sustain in the lane and not have to leave as much. All he's doing right now is just playing safe. He's clearing the wave, backing off, and farming boxes. Just because he doesn't really have to do anything else. If he tries to push something up by himself, he's just gonna die. So he's trying to wait and see. He's gauging what the enemy is doing before, like, taking his action. He's not trying to brute force something. Playing for the camp on pretty much spawn is really good. He's playing the carry who wants to be doing this type of thing. And now who's just gonna look to roam? He's just gonna not interact with his lane at all. He's just allowing Zergy to farm up. And now that Zergy sees people on the map, he's like, oh, I can push this. He's gonna push it. Nicely done. Now this is a big thing that he's gonna know. Because he's playing the M1, anytime there's no M1 in his lane, he's gonna be a lot stronger than they are. Just because he's gonna have more farm for the most part. So he's gonna look to play it very aggressively to try and get the M1 to face him off in the 1v1. Anytime he has the wave fully shoved, he's just gonna look and just take their jungle. And the moment he realizes he can't do anymore, he's just gonna back off. It's just gonna be a push and farm playstyle. I will say I'm a little surprised he's not taking this tier 1, but he's just taking all his back camps or the close ones. And he's gonna farm from riskiest to safest in the most part. So he's probably going to push out this lane once this wave crashes or collapses because he knows Obakim's behind. He can play a little bit aggressively. He's going to look for a little bit of a bait. And this is very well played. He used himself to bait for Obakim. Obakim gets the sleep dagger, gets the kill on Mina, and then they look at the paradox together. It's well done. He's not doing anything too fancy. He's literally just farming, and then when needed, he's looking. His team's coming and playing around him, just to keep a threat there. If people don't do that, the M1 isn't really able to just push up by themselves. And this is just a very standard Warden build. Slowing bullets to keep them in cage, range, and whatnot. It's always useful. It's also just good weapon damage. This is very aggressive, but I love it. He knows that they're all on the other side of the map. He's going to play that aggressively so he can steal the jungle. Very well played. And he's just going to go back to the wave. Keep it pushed so when the urn comes, he's there for the fight. And they have priority. So this should really be a free urn for the most part. Yeah. Well done. I will say right here, the only reason why Zerggy's playing this aggressive is because his team is nearby. If his team was not nearby, he would straight up just be giving this Guardian away. He wouldn't be taking too many risks and just letting them take it down so he lives and he's able to continue farming and keep up his pace in farming tempo. And that was just really good. He made sure his wave was pushed up. He pushed out the wave and then joined his team for this like mini skirmish here on their doubles. So now his team has pressure here. And because they're so far ahead, they're generally going to be stronger. And because in like a 4v4 fight, they got the pick first, it's going to be a lot better for them. And this is just allowing the Celeste and Pocket to roam. He could have also put like a triple pressure on the Walker, but why would he do that when he can pick up a bunch of kills for free on the Sinners? Plus, the other reason is, like, walkers have a lot of resistance. He's not going to be able to kill it. Yeah, so he got his green spike now. Well, he had it before. But got better items for it. Doesn't need the extra regen anymore. Sells it. No, he doesn't need it. And he's just farming until tier 3 cage, because he can't fight anyone, or, like, the Mina by himself without it. Or at least he's going to struggle a little bit just because of bats. The Mina's just going to get away. But once he has max cage with the silence, it's a lot better for him. He's also just playing this aggressively because Opa comes around. Okay, well, that's just an overcommit from Obakim. Yeah, and he's just dead because of overcommit. And because he knows he's dead, he just looks to clear the wave, get as much farm as he can before he dies. The wave isn't unsecured souls, so he just gets it, and then... Sure, he can't buy anything, but he's a little bit richer before he dies. Zergy's in a bit of an awkward situation right now. Because he wants to be in a side lane, but he doesn't want to be on the earn deposit side. So he's trying to, like, rotate in between, and it's getting a little bit awkward for him. So he's probably gonna shove out blue and then rotate over to green once the Guardian goes down.
Headed to Broadway.
They destroyed the Guardian on Greenwich.
This is also kind of good because they're leaving the pocket over there and they're keeping Zerggy for the fight.
I see silver.
Because he has ultimate, he's gonna use it to create some space probably.
I see Sinclair. Let's take out Sinclair. Let's take out Paradox.
I see paradox. Good job. I see mirage.
We delivered the
Nice. Now when this fight dissipates, they're just gonna leave Zerggy in the side lane. More than likely.
to me.
He just prioritizes farming. Getting the wave up.
Let's take out Paradox. I see the enemy.
It's time to change the
Careful, Warden.
Let's take out Paradox.
See paradox.
Let's take out Paradox.
Capitalizes on the Paradox's mistake. And it's just a bit of a death ball. This is just EU deadlock. They tend to just death ball a lot and then play for fighting. He got the dispel magic there just because of Mirage and all the other debuffs that he's gonna have applied to him. This way he's able to actually 1v1 the Mirage.
Let's take out Paradox.
Okay. So that entire sequence is really smart. Just because normally what people would do is they would look to push the wave out one more time. However, because he knows he's playing weak side of the map, he doesn't have that luxury. So he's just going back, playing it very safe to make sure he's farmed and he's not gonna die. He's playing his life here. Plus, what's gonna happen is this Mirage or whoever comes to this wave is gonna want to push it out so that he's forced to come back. They're gonna want to keep the pressure up, and because of this, he's just gonna able to like constantly just farm around this area to be a little bit safe. But he wants to play around that because he can't push out by himself
Let's take out
without
Silver.
knowledge on the map.
I see Mirage.
I see lash.
Now that he knows that where some people are on the map, he pushes it out a bit. Similar play to what happened before. He realized he's kind of screwed, that he's gonna get jumped. He's just looking to get as much farm as he can before he dies, so he's just gonna clear this wave so that they don't have the pressure or the ability to push down the walker while they're doing the urn. So this is why he plays it very aggressively. Because if they decide to react to the urn, then he's gonna have a free 1v1 against the Mirage. If they decide to come on collapse on him, it's gonna be a free 5v4 or whatnot at the urn. So it's a win-win on both sides.
Let's take out. I see Mirage. I see Sinclair.
In the end, they lost 2 walkers for mid boss, but that's okay because they're about to get all of them back. Well, at least if they play it properly. Most people would be like, "Oh, we have to defend our walkers instead of going mid boss." But no, if you win a fight hard enough, or like even just like being able to stay up, you just go mid, and then you're gonna get that money back that you just lost from the walkers by taking their walkers with the mid boss. So it's okay to lose like 1 or 2 walkers if you guys get the mid boss and then get the walkers back.
Let's take
So now they're gonna look to aggressively push all these waves so they can start dragging people around and getting these walkers. So right now they're just farming until they have the opportunity to look for the walker. they're using this rejuve just to kind of farm up and get a big lead. That is interesting. It's okay, but it's very interesting. He sold opening rounds and slowing bullets for cult or for blood tribute and berserker. I'm assuming he's doing that because he's slot locked. But at a certain point, I feel like you can go like vampiric, or you can just upgrade one of your other items. Even though he himself is not playing out of his mind, he's still playing very solid or solid enough so that his team is able to do other stuff. So he's still been creating space for his team when his team needs it, and he's applying pressure and catching waves for his team so they don't have to worry about it. He's also staying alive for a lot of these things too, right? He only has 3 deaths, which is really, really good for someone who's underperforming. Usually when you see someone underperforming, they'll go like 0-10 or something. So this is like really good. He's minimizing his loss. He's just waiting because he doesn't want to initiate the fight. So he's just waiting around, waiting to and picking his fight or picking his battles to see what he can go on and or what he can't. And in the end, he doesn't. He's just gonna go back to fixing the waves. He's taking the teleporter to join in the fight, even though he's gonna be a little bit late. In the end, he decides against it.
Let's go mid.
This is just generally a very smart play. While they're doing earn, a lot of people will just go mid, even if they're down like one person, because usually in a 5v6, if you're up a lot of money, you're usually able to win it. And they, in the end, they realized that they weren't able to get there in time, so they didn't end up going for it. But it's always something you can think about. It's just because when they're doing earn and whatnot, they're gonna take some time to react to the mid boss. So if you just burn it down quick enough, then you're just able to get it for free. And it's how people will sometimes snowball a lead after or using a comeback earn to their advantage.
I see silver. Let's take out. I see lag. Let's take out lag.
I see lag. Paradox. Stay out of my way. Take out Paradox.
That was just really good target priority and positioning. He didn't want to extend and he didn't want to go into like areas where he's just gonna die straight up. So what he does is he plays back and just shoots who he can shoot, so that he's able to stay alive and keep dishing out that damage. If he were to go into the Veil, he'd risk himself getting like bunnied or something and then just bursted down by something. Like, who knows what. Because maybe down there was like not in this game, but for example, like a Shiv or something who's just dashing back and forth. He's just going to put himself in an unnecessary position to just die for free.
I see lag. Let's take out Mirage.
Your humility
I see Mirage.
was your chance.
He's immediately rotating over to green to push out the Walker. They're all dead. That's why then they're just gonna all push out to get both Walkers, probably even the Guardians, before they respawn. They're just taking TP over to go get the other Walker now.
I see Sinclair.
Oh, this is a really interesting buy. He's buying Colossus for survivability. He knows he has enough damage, and this is why he doesn't go Spellslinger, I guess. Because he has the reload with Vampiric Burst and QSR. So he's gonna go Colossus for more defensive items. And this way he's able to go into those more narrow locations and take a bunch of damage. Because he'll just be able to heal it back up as well with Vampiric Burst.
I see silver.
That was a bit of a mistake. He probably should have casted his ultimate, and he wouldn't have been able to, or he wouldn't have used up a rejig there.
Let's play blue.
What's the matter, all getting? Gonna hang with old people? Let's push blue.
So now the game plan is probably just to hard push out lanes, grab the air, and force a fight, and end the game. And then he rebuys the opening rounds. So he actually sold his items due to slot locking, and then bought them back, which is pretty interesting. And the moment the fight starts, he's just gonna drop it. Yeah.
Let's take out Paradox. Let's take out Mirage. I see Mirage.
see Mirage. Let's take out Paradox.
I see Mirage. Let's take out Mirage.
Let's take out Paradox.
Yeah. Okay. So that was actually really, really good. I don't know if anyone notices that, but he's actually constantly pinging the enemies he's planning to shoot. So this is his kind of way, I guess, of calling target priorities or who he's shooting at. And it's also to help tell his team where the enemy he's shooting at is. So his target priority is also really, really good. He was focusing the people that his team was also focusing, therefore allowing him and his team to kill those people faster, and that also allows him to look at another person faster and kill them faster.
Let's go mid.
And this is just really good splitting because he has more damage for the mid boss. He goes to help out the Celeste mid while the rest of his team pushes. And they're going to try to time the drop with the mid boss. Now that they know they can't contest, they'll just get this for free. And you can just immediately see his team just leaves, and he's going to punch all three. It's really nice. He's either going to get Spellslinger here, or he's going to upgrade to Merc Mag. And probably get Jerk. Yeah, get Spellslinger. Oh, he sold opening rounds for Spellslinger. That's interesting. Normally people would sell QSR. I guess he wants the Merc Mag for any metal skins on their team. Sells extra damage and ammo. They're just gonna waltz into their base. They're Giga Strong, they got their buys.
I see Sinclair.
And they have triple redo. They're not gonna be playing scared. They're gonna play wary of the lash ult. But for the most part, it's gonna be fine. He comes out, yeah, he's forced to pop the unstop. Focus the lash, because he's the biggest threat.
I see Sinclair. Let's take out Sinclair.
See Mina. Let's take out Mirage. Let's take out Mirage. Let's take out Mirage.
This is great target priority and GG's.